Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to RetroUnlim Live at Play Expo 2016. We're here in Manchester once again, and I'm here with 6 fantastic, wonderful people.
Don't go too crazy. Don't go too crazy.
I'm here with slightly wonderful people, and they're enjoying the festival very much indeed. Is that fair to say?
So far, so good, yeah.
Yes. One of them's pissed, but yeah.
No, I'm alright at the minute. I'm okay. I've only had a couple of drinks.
Well, that's okay. In fact, drink is necessary at these kinds of events. Read into that what you will.
A lot of money because they're expensive.
Yeah.
A lot of money because they're expensive.
Ah, right. Well, that's a topic we always get into on this particular roundtable.
Where's the fudge? Where is the fudge? I need fudge.
I thought he said, "Where's the thrush?"
Where's the what? Thrush.
Yes, where's the thrush? Yeah.
Well, where's the thrush?
Stop saying thrush.
Where's the rush?
I was wondering where the fudge was because the last time there was a lot of fudge.
Have you got thrush?
Sorry?
I'm feeling my legs close together.
Start again.
Start again. I'm disappointed. I missed the fudge last time because I wasn't in Blackpool, and I haven't seen any here so far. I feel as though
Fudgeless, innit?
yeah, fudgeless. Without
There's
fudge.
a lot of fudge in Blackpool, and this is very different. Less fuss.
We don't need no motherfucking fudge.
Mother fudge and fudge.
Say that after a few drinks.
So, what has been your favourite part of Play Expo so far? What time is it? It's approximately quarter past
16 minutes past 1.
16 minutes past 1, so we've had 3¼ hours to sample the fest so far. And what do you think of the 2016 Play Expo Manchester so far?
It's alright.
To be fair, I ain't done out yet. I really ain't done out. I've walked around market for a little bit, had a few drinks, and now I'm here. That's it.
How have you found the queues?
Shocking. But toilets and drinks, absolutely shocking.
At the same time.
And them toilets are abysmal.
Do you drink out the toilet?
I don't drink out of the toilet, but the heat in there is not safe at all. It can't be. It's boiling hot and
So you're saying there's just
luggage.
a giant radiator in the toilets as soon as you get in?
It's like heat wave, it's you.
Are you worried about passing out on the toilet?
Oh, have you ever passed out on toilet when you're pissed? It's the worst thing in the world, mate. Especially when you've just done a shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, Play Expo 2016!
So far, I've found the queues for the decent stuff that I want to get my hands on, like the decent VR 360. The queues are just too long. They could have done with some more stuff. The retro stuff, had a blast on Defender, a few other bits and pieces. Really enjoyed getting my hands on those machines again. But the best thing for me so far has been the artwork.
Alright, can we have a look?
If you want to.
You can show it to the camera.
Some of the stuff. Well, there's
Dun 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 dun. Can we show that to the...
it had to be Pac-Man. It had to be Pac-Man.
That's excellent.
Pixel art.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Nice. Oh, you have to turn it around.
Well, I don't really know what they're talking about while the camera's talking about it. Yes, signed, framed.
alright, is that the original character artist?
Yeah.
Well, it's one of the... I've forgotten his name. It'll come to me. I hate being on... Well, you know what things are like on camera. Everything just goes out of your brain. And there's a few other bits and pieces. Doctor Who, other sorts and sorts. But
Well, already this makes a change from overpriced games. Oh no, I've brought it up now, sorry. No, we can't mention it.
We actually saw a very nice MSX game in development that's coming out this week, I think.
A shooter game.
The shooter game is very nice, yes.
It's based on Star
The Spanish guy?
Star Force. It's based on Star Force.
Yeah.
Spanish guy, it wasn't Paco Suarez by any chance, was it?
No, Fernando. I forgot his last name, but it's a great running game on the Fernando.
Can you hear the bells, Fernando? Paco Suarez, he coded a lot of Amstrad CPC games for AMSA.
You suffer from that often breaking out into ABBA.
Yeah, ABBAsoft, coming soon to Play Expo 2016.
I'm particularly looking forward to Guns of Icarus Alliance, which seems to be. I tend to go more for the indie games rather than the big guys these days. And it looks cool. And even though you've got to stay connected to the net to be part of the big world, you haven't got any multiplayer. You can play single player if you're like me. You got a job. You come back with a couple of hours. You get kicked the crap out of by a couple of kids. You spend all their time on things. So.
What's the name again?
It's in here somewhere.
Is it Curse of Icarus?
Guns of Icarus.
Guns of Icarus.
Did you just say purse?
I said the pervs of Icarus.
I prefer the purse. The purse of Icarus.
The purse of Icarus. Do you dare delve into the purse of Icarus? The Guns of Icarus Alliance.
Too close to the sun. Too close.
No comment. I'm thinking of Curse of Isius.
Winter games on the table.
Oh yeah, I've gotten a great game. Winter
Can we
game.
show that to the camera?
Courtesy of Mike Nee from the Computer Museum. I believe you have one.
I have one as well, yeah.
Great game.
Yeah,
They always
he sold me a game that didn't have a disc in it, so I opened it and I was like, motherfucker. I went back and I tried to haggle him down.
He tried to haggle down a charity.
Yes, which I'm not too proud about. But because he didn't give me a disc, I thought, motherfucker, I'm going to break his neck.
I mean, yeah, he should have given you the disc. Yeah, but I mean, they're a great
charity
museum,
charity
great charity, and they always come out with a ton of tape-based games for the Commodore, for the Speccy. I always buy some tapes. They're very cheap. Must go. It's excellent.
Yeah, I've not been to that stand yet, but we only found it last year, half an hour before the end, and we were rushing to, we've got to buy all these Amstrad CPC tapes.
Yep.
But we ran out of time and legged it for the bus. Got back just in time, ladies and gentlemen. You'll be pleased to hear.
That was a brilliant story.
It was, wasn't it? It was certainly worthy of this roundtable discussion.
Imagine the world where you didn't catch that bus.
Imagine parallel universe and you're still here as a homeless man, eating your own feces.
Well, that sounded quite attractive.
Where is this video being shown exactly?
on the interwebs.
That explains.
Scatman.com.
Falling foul of YouTube's new guidelines.
Hey, I tell you, them YouTube heroes, this will be gone in 2 seconds. Illegally flagged, gone.
Well, if the language is too foul, we can always put it up on RetroUnlim. Just don't do the YouTube thing.
Was that a sick burn or was that
I hope you're not going to attempt to monetize this video. I don't think it's had much chance.
Yeah, don't worry. This is not going to be monetized. I promise, YouTube.
It's not advertiser friendly.
And allegedly, we're one of the official coverers of this event, so I don't know what they're going to think of us saying this sort of thing.
Let's start again. Let's start again.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Play Expo 2016. I'm Harry Yack. Oh, I never said my name was Harry Yack. In fact, I never introduced any of you guys. We missed that part. So let's do that right now.
Hello again.
Who have we got? Let's go around the table and pass the record around so everybody can hear everybody's voices.
Yeah, I'm Craven Moorhead. No, I'm not. I'm Dave. I'm also known as Infected Flinch. Yeah. Hello. Is this the bit I talk into? That bit?
Yes.
Oh.
Thank you for breeding on this apparatus. This is Mark Verheer, Lactobacillus prime, enjoying this wonderful get-together. And I'll pass on the microphone to Mr. Custard, and I won't breed on to the device.
I just went, oh.
Oh, you go.
Oh.
Oh.
Just make sure you don't press any buttons on the mic as you pass around.
It's still recording. I'll pass it over.
Hello, I'm Aaron Bierhoff. I'm still on my way to be a YouTube celebrity without making any videos whatsoever. Thank you.
and Michelle Knight, channel name MS-Knight5. Lately I've been specialising in blowing up my kitchen with Ratto packs and self-heating equipment, but yeah, that's about it.
I'm Lee, Retro Gamer Addict.
I'm Stefan, Dave's partner in crime.
Hey. And I'm Harry Yack.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay, so I think we'd better move on to a topic that isn't price of video games. What do you think?
Did you see? Right. Okay. Right.
Did you see them prices?
Right. You see them prices? I've not pressed out, have I? Right. There was a game that was a AAA developed game, and it moved like bollocks. It was the worst frame rate I have seen in a game. Yeah. MS. Oh, dreadful, absolutely dreadful. Split screen. It moved like a dog.
So MS4, go out and buy it today.
Official sponsors of Play Expo. Dog shit. No, but I mean, like if I put that out there, I get absolutely savaged.
What was it? Is it already release code, or is
I don't
it just
know.
a beta?
Well, I pressed pause, and then I pressed an option off, and it crashed, didn't it? We had to run away.
Yeah,
we had to run away. It crashed as soon as I pressed one button on the menu. That's not good.
Well, it could have been a development edition.
Yeah.
But you should know about this sort of thing, because you are now indeed a scholar of the video game art, my friend, aren't you?
I am indeed, yes, I am.
Can you tell us more about this, Mr. Pumpkin?
What would you like to know?
Can you do it in the Pumpkin voice as well? Can the Pumpkin tell us about video game development?
Well, show it. You will. It is I, the Pumpkin. Oh. Hello, Harry. How are you?
Sorry.
One finger of five. I'm not all that partial to just one.
Could you please sit away a bit from me, please?
It's only a, yeah. Would you like a whole shovel hand?
No, nothing of that, please.
You are Dutch. You know. That's,
I know, but yeah.
Well, one thing that we were saying was about how the balance of the Expo this year has changed from last year. What do you think about that? This is my first one. You got some thoughts?
Yeah, I think you can see that it shifts more towards modern games, I guess, towards indie games, and the retro is being phased out. I guess a lot. But
I don't think it is. I think it's just more commercialised now. I think that's the problem. I think the fact is that all the same guys are still there that we already know, like Console Passion and all those, but it's not got that kind of edge that it had the first time I came here, because like Machinima's here now, and you know they're just soulless anyway. You know, as soon as you sign a contract, sorry Machinima, you know you're in for life.
The thing is, he must be listening then, because like you said last time,
Scientology.
in like Blackpool, there's better stalls here than there are in Blackpool, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's no fudge. There's not as many little Chinese sweet shops. Now it is a lot more. It seems to be when you go to a store, there's actually games there.
Yeah.
How is the lack of fudge better in any instance?
I don't like fudge.
Oh, get away! Get away!
I can't.
Get out! Oh no!
But there's more. I can't stand fudge, but there's actually more games for sale. I won't talk about the prices, but.
I did notice some pinball machines for sale. That was impressive.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And again, don't mention the prices. But it would be really cool to have a pinball machine at home, but haven't got the space for it.
How much? £3,000, I think. 2,000.
£3,000.
I'm sorry.
And you don't think you get the installation disc?
No
No installation disc?
And a chance to burn down your house.
A free chance to burn down your house.
Well, not free. £3,000.
Yeah.
The thing is with space here though, I mean, because we're like being in North, we get a lot of retro markets, like you've got Doncaster and Leeds, and you see how packed they are. They're absolutely jammed. And you look at space they've got here, and they're missing a trick. I mean, if they actually...
It seems more squashed up here, actually.
But when you walk around, there's always gaps everywhere. There's gaps, isn't there?
Yeah.
if this had like a big retro market and/or games, it'd be perfect. It could like best both of them combined.
Yeah.
Or it's either it's too expensive for them to have a table here that they can't the price out of it, but they're definitely missing a trick. Because if this were known as the biggest retro market in the UK, compared to how many people are at Doncaster and Leeds, and like Snyder, if you've got all them people plus all people that like games, massive.
Well, there was this. If what Mark is saying, and what I'm noticing, is that there was an event in London that I used to attend very frequently. But annual. I won't mention its name. Even on a YouTube channel. But it started as being brilliant. It started as all the real artists of all the small artists doing all their stuff independently, and then the big guys came in, and slowly year on year it became more commercialized and just money, same old stuff. And the real things that were quality, that actually meant something, just got pushed out to the periphery. It all changed. I stopped going, and the whole thing collapses. And I see the same thing again with events after events after events. This just feels, if what Mark is saying correctly, is just going to go over-commercialized, and the whole retro thing is going to lose the very reason that it's existing.
I'm a bit controversial, and I like the variety here. That it's not all stalls. Because, without bringing up the price of games, I mean, a lot of us, if there was lots of market stalls, we'd go around and go, oh, that's expensive, not buy anything. But now there's different kinds of things, and I like that. Yeah. You can there's talks, and there's not just game stalls, there's art stalls, and there's gaming tournaments and all sorts going on. I like that.
Do you worry? Sorry, I was going to ask. Do you worry though that there's too much stuff going on, and as it becomes less and less specialised Play Expo, it loses some of its lustre in a way. It becomes more of an everyman's festival.
Yeah, but I mean, as you would have said, we're not short of retro events, like the Doncaster and the Leeds and everything like that. So Blackpool, there's still a lot of them. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think there's any harm in it. If there's a lot of different things, then people who might not necessarily be into retro gaming might get into retro gaming because they come across it here, but they wouldn't normally. They could be into cosplay, when they're around, there's games set up everywhere. They might see a game they like, sit down, play it, and then they pick up a Mega Drive.
Actually, the reason for us to come over from the Netherlands is the play elements in this venue, because being able to play the arcades, being able to play the consoles, that's something we don't necessarily have in the Netherlands. We do have these get-togethers where there's a lot of vendors you can buy and trade and stuff, not necessarily play. So yeah, the fact that you can play all these machines is actually quite good.
Nothing on the scale of this then?
Nothing on the scale of No. So that makes it worth it, and as long as they keep a varied amount of machines, then it's worth for me to come over. I don't come over for buying stuff, because taking that home on the plane is no fun.
Well, that's the perpetual problem. They've got to get the balance between providing the stuff that's going to bring us in and enjoy the event, and also they've got to make money at the same time. They just got it's a fine line.
Two-edged knife.
I think there's still a lot to enjoy, and there's still a lot of new things to enjoy. So if we're doing it right, I think.
They've been doing it so right that I've been coming here for 4 or 5 years or something. So
we've all been coming for 4 or 5 years. We've been covering this event at RetroUnlim. Is this the 4th or 5th year, Steve?
This is my 3rd year.
Well, I was going to ask, so is it more? Do you think every year there's more people coming?
I don't know, because because the thing is, what I was going to get to was the fact that, like Stefan was saying, and I kind of commend him on this, because last year, no, it was the year before that, the one thing I wanted to see was contacts in the business, and now they seem to be kind of doing that, but it's still not quite right. So at the moment they've got a whole bit where you can get into university and stuff, but they're not they're just that first step to getting into a university kind of education. If this was a Play Expo, because the first year I came here, I met Charles. It was Charles Cecil, wasn't it, that we met? And he was awesome. He was an awesome guy.
Now to try to get you in the army. Because there's this army boat.
Yes.
I was showing some interest, but they didn't want to have me.
Goodness me.
You just don't have the lapels.
I've just had a frightening thought, ladies and gentlemen. The pumpkin in the army.
But I was a bit disappointed when I saw that. I thought they were going to bring their helicopter simulator when I first saw it, because they had that on some of the air shows.
Yeah.
But no, unfortunately.
Just handing out leaflets, it's just lame. Sorry, don't invade the Netherlands, please. Don't.
Speaking to
Can't promise.
RF wants to have me.
Force.
Really?
Yes.
As a foreigner? No.
As a foreigner?
No.
Based on your fantastic performance in Aeroplane Simulator, yes.
In Afterburner.
Top Gun on the NES.
Thunderblade.
Mark, I don't think we're in any danger of invading you. We've done all we can to actually pull away.
Yes.
How was the trip over from the Netherlands?
Very, very smooth. Only a 15-minute plane ride. And we left at least I left at 9-ish. And we arrived at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock
In the morning.
at the hotel. We left at 9 in the morning, and we arrived at 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
I came from Sussex and he beat me.
Yeah, the flight was 50 minutes. It took us longer to drive here.
I know.
The thing is, of course, we lose an hour, so actually the flight takes 10 minutes.
Actually, it was a 15-minute train ride. Then I had to change trains, and it was a 20-minute train ride, and then I had to wait at the airport, sit in a plane for 15 minutes, and then a 20-minute train ride to Manchester.
The total time is a lot longer, but like the idea you could fly over here faster than we could drive across the Pennines.
Is it worth the trip then, would you say? Well, you've done it for the last 4 years, so...
Call me crazy, but I keep doing
Crazy.
it. Yeah.
Somebody had to do it.
The pumpkin calls me crazy. Yeah. No, but it's worth it. It's worth doing it. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
And you come to the Blackpool ones as well, don't you? Am I right? Yeah. Well, how is this year? How does it compare to the Blackpool one?
It's a bit bigger. It's more. I quite like the creepy Norbrecht Castle, the slightly run-down Vegas type atmosphere in Blackpool. I really like that, but also like Manchester City. It has this cyberpunk atmosphere to it. With the bricks and stuff. I mean, it's a foreign perspective.
Well, that's thought about it that way.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever heard anybody describe Manchester as cyberpunk.
Usually it's shit. Usually.
It's shite.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, if you want to put some energy behind it, do it the German way.
I don't know. I'd take Manchester over Blackpool. It were a shithole, weren't it?
I still haven't been to Blackpool. Every time I always have deadlines and I can never go.
Oh, you're missing out. You really are missing out there, Dave.
Am I?
We need to get you down there. Can we not fund this trip on the RetroUnlim budget to get Dave down to Play Expo in Blackpool next year? Surely we can do that, can't we?
How much is the budget currently? 50 pence?
50 pence. Hey, I can get a curly whirly with that.
50 pence and a bootleg copy of Minor Willie.
Well, that's a dodgy porno.
So, Dave, what keeps you from Blackpool then?
It's always deadlines for uni, so I always have to hand stuff in around there.
So the timing is way off.
It's just bad.
Yeah.
Plus as well, I kind of have holidays at the end of that month because it's my birthday, so just can never go.
So has studying video games changed your opinions and perspectives on these sorts of events, would you say?
Not on the events per se. You kind of realise that sometimes when you slate off a game, there's probably a lot more to it than you realise, why it's so bad or why it's so good or what happened in the middle of it. Just you do get a weirder perspective to it than most. Because I mean, like when we're walking around and we see kind of like the AAA games, I know for a fact that they've got to really shove it out there and say this is the best thing we've ever seen, even though behind the eyes, the dead, they know it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
So, you know, talking to people before, when they know it's going to be bad, you kind of get more of a feel that it's going to be. It's a very strange thing what I'm trying to explain. It just makes me sound like I've been eating chocolate far too long.
I've got a question for you on
Fudge.
I've got a question for you on that one. One of the reasons why I'm attracted to the indie games, I mean, I've been since the BBC Micro was I've got 3 of the damn things.
Yeah.
But I like games for playability. And that's the one thing that I seem to find about coming out of the indie side rather than the big name side. But studying, what's your opinions on that?
It depends on what it is you want out of it, really. I mean, personally, because like you were saying earlier about making money, because with the AAA side, they've got to make money and they've got to make it look great and they've got to make it work. This is why you get FIFA year in, year out, because basically they've got the core mechanics. And you were saying to me, apparently, that like some of the FIFA games still have the Mega Drive code still in it.
Yeah, I read an article that said, I think they're doing an iOS port or something like that.
And it's still in there.
And they were like going through the FIFA like source code, and they still found Mega Drive code like buried in there.
16,000 code embedded.
It's still in there. It's still intrinsically in there. So basically, if you've got a AAA game, you've got to make something that probably isn't going to push boundaries, and it's just going to have to work, and it's going to make lots of money. But from the indie side, you can have games like we were playing earlier, that Mau Mau Castle, which doesn't look all that great, but it's got great mechanics behind it, and I thought it looked alright, but most people wouldn't. But it depends what you want out of it and what it does. For somebody who's a bit fed up with AAA games myself, I mean, like, they released XCOM 2, and it's full of bugs. It's full of bugs.
Yeah.
It looks pretty, but it's full of bugs.
You're supposed to fight the bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's Battle. What is it? Battle Earth? Or was it?
Yeah.
No, but software testing, they've done away with that completely. I mean, if you see Windows updates, if you see Mac OS updates, iOS 10 updates, games, 0-day patches, 25 gigabytes.
It's a bane, isn't it? It's such bullshit.
Every time I buy a game for the PlayStation 4, I put it in, and then I go to notifications, downloads, and I look at the size of the patch I have to download before I play
And then walk away. Just
and
walk
then go
away.
make some lunch or something, because it's going to be hours.
Yeah.
What is these old things? They did. Sorry about that. I slammed down the expecting tape. But chances of getting this to play on a 35, 40-year-old machine, bloody hell. Yeah, it's better than sticking in the disc and being able to play the PlayStation 4 game at the same afternoon.
The thing is with this, as soon as you stuck it on hard state disc or anything, it was out there. And if it was fucked, you were fucked. You were gone. You couldn't just go, here's a game, shit, we missed that bit, there's a patch. You just could not do that back then.
They really had to do a lot of testing.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of people actually in the business of testing these games out. And now they just rely on the coders to just and they throw it together and it just doesn't work.
But
it's crazy.
Is it the game? Is it the person's fault that creates a game? Because I remember following the Kickoff Revival, Dino and watching his Twitch streams, and he developed the entire game via Twitch, and you could watch him working on it. And he basically said he released the game to PlayStation to them to make the disc, and he knew it weren't right, it didn't work. But in order to get these discs printed, he had no choice but to release it unfinished, and then think, I've just got to patch it as soon as it comes out. So I mean, he didn't want to release it that way, but in order to get a physical copy, he had no choice. His hands were tied. He had to just release it. And then some people played the original game before the patch came out, to review, which is even worse, and playing a game that he knew were broken and weren't working without the patch, and it got a lot of reviews from that, and then went on to get a lot of stick because everyone said this game's shocking, and it's there's no patch. He needed the patch to finish it, but you could see how upset he was at the fact that he had to release his game. He spent all his baby working on it, and he was like really, really gutted that he had no choice. He had to let it go that way, and the only choice then is working on a patch to get it out in time.
It's quite upsetting, actually.
I think there's one method of development which people are missing out on, which the big guys are missing out on. It all seems to be a deadline bang. But I was in on the alpha of Introversion's Prison Architect, and they obviously got the base engine out there, and as they were developing, they were taking feedback and developing the game, so it was as if it was being released in building blocks, and the game was getting better over time.
Well, but you see that a lot of the times. I mean, we're beta testers, we're alpha testers. On Steam, a lot of the games that you buy are early access games, and we basically are the testers. We don't get paid for doing a tester's job, but we get to play the games early. And I think that lowers the standard of what we expect. We think it's okay if we stick in a disc and it's broken. We expect people to fix it. And with this game, No Man's Sky, for example.
I was just going to say No Man's Sky.
I mean, it needs to be patched.
That's a different thing altogether, because he said there were things in it that weren't there.
Yeah, I know.
That's another thing.
I like the game though.
Yeah.
But I don't care for the multiplayer things. But yeah, false advertising. Sony had a lot to do with it as well, you know. But
I haven't explained myself properly. What I'm saying is that, like Minecraft, they released a version of the game. Great. Once you bought it, then they increased the game, improved the game with different levels, different features, different things. It's still improving now, and I haven't paid anything more than the original money I forked over for it. I mean, all this thing of one deadline, release the game back, let the game grow organically.
No, but that's. I mean, it was brought out as an organic pre-alpha build. A lot of people were interested, and a lot of people hopped on. And there's actually the PC build that is forever in development, with snapshots, stable snapshots being ported to the consoles that are severely limited. I mean, the worlds are severely limited. You can't do everything that you can do on the PC version. And I guess the majority of the people are actually playing the Minecraft console version, perhaps, which is very limited. But people expect, you know, a forever in developing, a game that's forever in development.
So you're basically saying that you should wait a couple of years after a game comes out for it to be completely finished.
Which that is like you get a game day one and you're buying the worst version of the game.
Yeah.
You're paying the most money to get the worst version of the game.
Yes.
So
if you pre-order, you're fucked.
No, I think I still haven't explained myself right.
I mean, it's the market.
You make the game and you get it as good as it can and complete it for what it is.
So you mean, I know what you mean. You basically mean you've got to build and then you're basically adding. So you'll have version 1.2, 0.3,
Yeah, you're adding
0.5, 0.6, 0.6.2, 0.6.3, 0.6.3.
Game, and to keep people interested in it, newer people interested in it, they add more stuff. You know, with the llamas. I mean, gosh, the llamas. I just love the llamas in the new Minecraft. Have you seen them? Llamas and little bunny rabbits and stuff. Llamas. Yeah, llamas.
Did Jeff Minter have any input into this, perchance?
He very well might have. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Minecraft on the Commodore 64 by Jeff Minter. Coming soon, maybe. We hope. There was an Amstrad CPC version of Minecraft. Is that right, Steve? I don't know, I can't hear what he's saying. Steve! Amstrad CPC! Minecraft on the Amstrad CPC. Go and look it up, ladies and gentlemen. Minecraft and the Amstrad CPC.
Moving swiftly on.
Moving on.
The Amstrad CPC was the original Minecraft console. Right, yes. So, we've been running 33 minutes, so does anybody else have anything they'd like to add?
I've got one question. Just how much of this has been published?
Every second of it.
Some of my best work, this.
What, being quiet?
I took myself up.
Lee, tell me. Do you wax your nipples?
We've been through this before, Dave.
Yeah, I know about your nipples, we haven't.
Everything's clean.
But not your nipples.
Guys, perhaps that's something for the privacy of your hotel rooms. Right?
He's going on with Army though.
That's RetroUnlim after dark.
RetroUnlim.
I do actually have like a retro like topic.
Oh, go on.
Have you ever talked about the new Nintendo Classic NES console that's coming out? You know, it's
I'm
like
not sure about that.
yeah, it's just basically it's a little box with some controllers that's got like 25 NES games on, and it's pretty cheap. And I just wondered what people thought about that. Is it like a one-off novel?
Yeah. Well, I think if you don't have access to the old games, it hooks up to a modern television. It has no lag. I mean, it's a pretty good console, and I guess for people getting back into it, it's nice.
Is it exactly the same as like having an original NES and having them original games, or is it some sort of emulation thing?
Yeah, because it's got save states as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got screen filters and stuff, so it's emulation, but it's
Basically, an officially licensed Android machine.
if it's cheap
essentially.
enough, I'll get it. Even if
everything.
Even if I have the originals, I still will get it. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Is it going to stop people going to emulatorsunlimited.com, however? No, it's not. It's muunlim.com. muunlim.com.
muunlim.com was actually that was my go-to site for a long time.
What's the site again?
muunlim.com. Thankfully, Steve can't hear us, otherwise he'd be tearing his hair out, Mr. RetroUnlim over in the corner there. Or Mr. MUunlim himself.
But you know, with that Nintendo thing, hasn't Sega already done it? The Sega version of it.
Companies have produced similar things, but like Sega basically sold them the license, so it was kind of official. But like Sega themselves didn't take like the care of it, and apparently they're a bit shonky. You know, but this is like
the sound is pretty awful.
Yeah.
This really is good. I mean, it
like,
sounds.
Nintendo's way. They're set in the ways, but when they do something, they make sure they do it properly.
Yeah, I've heard that the controllers are really very nice, and the games Sega Mega Drive thing has awful controls.
Is there any way to add more games to this Nintendo? That's it.
No.
So they'll just bring out another one with another 25 games on it.
I believe that the Famicom version of it is actually a lot better. And even the ad for the Famicom version is also a lot better than the NES version.
I'd like to know what Nintendo, etc. think of things like the Retro Pi. If they're officially licensing these things like the Nintendo Entertainment System revival thingy, then they must hate things like the Retro Pi.
I think it's their response to the Retro Pi, actually.
Oh, right.
I know Nintendo's response to anything fan related is literally just cut it off.
Yeah.
Anything. And I just think that is bollocks, that.
Yeah.
If you've got this this brilliant fan base that will actually sit down and do like 4,000 hours worth of hard graft, and then them to just basically go, no, get rid of it.
To be honest, I think it's a money-making thing. People forget that Nintendo are always a business. Everything they do is business-related.
Yeah.
Nearly everything they do. Like, I mean, they make great games, but everything's a business. And this year, they've got nothing coming out.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. So they've thrown together this NES thing. They've done it properly, but it's like it's something that you could buy for your boyfriend or your dad or like someone you know for Christmas. It's like 40 quid or whatever. It's like, oh, that's a good present.
Yeah.
It's like they've got no games apart from Pokemon. I think that's it.
Yeah,
They've got nothing.
They didn't even develop it themselves. I mean, they outsourced it, so.
And Zelda out this year.
No,
Next year.
they've got literally nothing. They've got nothing but Pokemon coming out, really.
See, I might get Pokemon Sun and Moon because I really enjoyed X and Y. I've actually really got into that.
See, Pokemon is so big that it can sustain itself. It can sustain any
look at
games
Pokemon
company
Go.
for years.
Pokemon Go made them shit tons of money, and someone else made it. So, you know, it's like you say, they don't make anything internal anymore, which is sad.
But then people stop playing.
You got EAD and everyone. Yeah, they do. It just takes them.
The NX will be released in March next year.
Yeah.
So.
Believe it when I see it.
I think that would burnt me by that Wii U.
Yeah.
I'll think twice before I get this next Nintendo.
I know everybody's going nuts, like, oh god, it's the NX, and it's just like no one knows what it is. Why is everyone going nuts?
It's been like when you look at the sales of Nintendo, from Super Nintendo downwards, they've all gone down apart from Wii, which went up.
Yeah.
But if you take Wii out of the equation, it's just gone. Every console's sold worse than the one before it.
Is there more competition around these days, though?
I just don't think they know what they're doing.
I think it's third-party support that it's like.
Yeah,
Nintendo 64, they've had less and less support, and it's. I don't know, PlayStation changed everything, and Nintendo didn't adapt very well. Like, releasing the way they did GameCube after the PlayStation 1, they completely like misread the market, I think.
But the weird thing is, right, I don't know if any of you lot do it, but when you look back and you actually pick up a pad or something of that era, you kind of go, oh yeah, I kind of know what they were trying to do with this. But at the time, it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Because like when the GameCube came out, I just thought, what do I need a cube for that I can carry around with a handle? And then when you look back, you go, that's kind of cool, actually. And it just doesn't make any sense.
I've never had that feeling with the game.
Yeah. You know why they did it? Because they wanted to, like, in the past in Japan, they used to bring the console across the floor, like, because of the cable lengths and stuff like that, and they wanted to sort of be like, oh, it's something you pick up and move across the floor.
Is that right?
Yeah, Miyamoto's got all these ideas. It's like, oh yeah, I want a handle because people move the console around, and like.
I didn't know that.
If you think of Wii U, that pad is not a bad idea. When they get it right and they incorporate it into games, it's really good. But then when Nintendo themselves bring out games like Mario Kart and Mario, and they don't even use the pad, it's like, Jesus Christ.
On the screen. It's just
it's like, come on, you've made this controller. You're the one that's meant to show what people they can do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like Zombie U, really good for looking round, taking photographs. I enjoyed it for it. A fantastic game.
Like
And then
Zombie U,
everything else after, I like nothing used it.
Zombie U feels like it takes advantage of the critical flaw of the screen. Like, you can't look at both screens at the same time. And Zombie U uses that to its advantage to sort of like make that sort of scariness. Like, you can't. But it's like they almost designed it to be a bit more like the DS. But the DS, you can see both the screens. But the Wii U, you can't. There's no real way of doing it.
Actually, the older demography that is almost in need of reading glasses. It has, I mean, you do have
bifocals.
Yeah, you have to get some bifocals or something, because you switching from the TV to the little Wii U gamepad. It's horrible for older people.
I say what though, out of all my consoles, which I've got them all, the Wii U's one that gets most use because the kids just use it for Netflix and YouTube. That's it.
My missus uses
PlayStation, it's brilliant.
I use the PS3 for the same thing.
Triple focal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tell you something, they should build games with bifocals in front of them, built into them.
I tell you what's really good, the fact that Overwatch was released with a colorblind mode. I thought that was such a cool idea, because basically, you know, like if you saw it go red and it's a bad guy in front of you, if there's a colorblind mode and it changes it so it looks red to people with colorblind.
Well, I've got to admit, I have a little problem with some games because I'm dyslexic. With some of the other people that I know who program, and you know, everything from even as far as needing yellow tone to put over the screens and over books to read properly.
Right.
And there are some fonts now. There are free fonts that help with dyslexia. And if more games and stuff and started using those sorts of things.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows where this could go? But at what point do they draw the line? At what point do you try to make something that works for everyone and expect and then somebody else?
Actually, I think a lot of what the console manufacturers really have been missing out on is the fact that they haven't been producing officially licensed controllers for disabled people. Right. Because there's Ben Heck, the hacker, he famous YouTuber, he actually makes a lot of specialized controllers, probably because everybody has a different limitation, but still, you know, they don't cater for disabled people, and there's a lot of disabled people. I'm not sure if you will actually call them disabled people, but there's a lot of there's a lot of people who are disabled who play a ton of video games.
They could never, any one games manufacturer could never possibly attempt to cater for everyone, but they don't even seem to make the effort, the first step.
One hand standard controllers, I mean, how difficult can it be to make something modular? I mean, there's a ton of people that would really appreciate that. They're playing with their feet.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a Street Fighter player which plays with his cheek and his tongue, and he's like really, really good at it. It's called Broly Legs. You should look him up. Plays Chun-Li, and like he plays it like a pro level. Like he's not the best in the world, but like, I think he was like #1 Chun-Li on Xbox Live at one point. He was amazing at it. Yeah, he just like sticks the analog stick in his cheek.
But something that he or someone created for him, especially.
No, he uses a regular stick, the regular 360 pad. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, but it's got like a growth defect, and so it's. But yeah, you're on about like disabled people. A lot of them are like housebound, or so it's like the games to them should be like it's the big thing.
Yeah, it's something to get out, you know, something to experience. So yeah.
A great website to visit with regards to disabled people and making games more accessible to disabled people is oneswitch.co.uk. There's a guy on there, Barry Ellis, who creates different pieces of hardware to cater for all these different types of disability. And as the name suggests, one switch to boil the game down to as few buttons as possible. So say, it might be a bowling game with just a couple of buttons. So that's a shout out for oneswitch.co.uk, which is a great website for accessibility and video games. And so, Steve, do we have anything else to talk about? Any official sponsors to mention? Dave, what did you think of Ghostbusters?
Don't even get me started. No, well, this has been covered. This has been covered.
Oh yeah?
It's horrific. It's horrific. It's horrific to women. It's horrific to men. It's just a fucking garbage pile of misery.
There are a few Ghostbusters people walking around.
Yeah, but they'll be thinking of the old Ghostbusters, which is fine.
The original.
Oh,
I skip it altogether.
No. I'll be here for hours. Don't even get me started.
Well, we do have maybe 3 hours if you want to get started.
Has any of you guys seen it? Has any of you guys seen it?
I've also seen that like one scene you showed me, and I couldn't watch it anymore.
It's just every bloke in it is a fucking cunt. They really are. Every single one. There's nobody in that film who acts normally. Not one, right? I'm sorry. It just really just gets on my wick, that film. It's offensive.
He's frothing at the mouth.
Film reviews.
Yes.
But it just...
Did you like it?
No, I didn't. No. Honestly, I sat there for 2 hours. And I felt like somebody had just put like a snooker cue up my arse so slowly and just made it all the way up so it was coming out my mouth.
Dave, was it chalked?
It wasn't chalked. It wasn't even buttered up.
But enough about your evening activities, Mr. Pumpkin/Price.
Mr.
Mr. Pumpkin/Price, please change our YouTube name to that. Mr. Pumpkin/Price.
I'll create a special one just for you.
We've slashed the price of pumpkins this Halloween.
Yeah, it's a bad film. It is a bad film.
Well, I'm going to go and watch it now.
If you like it, I'm going to have to just hurt you.
I might not be able to make it all the way through. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Oh, it's the joke about the cat in the bag that they make last for like 2 minutes. It's like, is the cat in the bag or has the bag actually got the cat in it? No, I think the cat's been let out and it goes on. It goes on for like 2 minutes. And you're just like, well, one of you shut the fuck up and get on with the film. And it's like, oh, there isn't a plot. Suck a dick film.
I'm going to have to watch it.
Oh, it just
really suffered.
Oh, I hate it.
Oh, you
I hate it. It's such a bad film. It's so bad. It is one of the worst films I think I've ever had to go through.
Steve, why did you ask this?
Why did you set it off?
It's so bad. It's so bad. And then it's just like at the end, oh, here's a car with a nuclear bomb on the top. And it's like, well, why has it got a nuclear bomb on? I don't know. We just wanted to put it on. It's just like, why? And it's like, where do we build all these weapons from? Oh, yeah, because we've just got a fuck ton of money over here. Garbage. It's so bad. It's so bad. And, oh, no.
That was a bit of bonus film talk on RetroUnlim Live, the video games podcast. We've been here at Play Expo. Keep an eye out for more videos coming soon to the RetroUnlim YouTube channel, and Dave, do you have any interviews lined up for the RetroUnlim YouTube channel from today's activities? You don't?
I don't know.
Oh, does anybody? Oh dear, we'll have to go and make them.
Not really, no.
Okay then, please don't visit the RetroUnlim YouTube channel.
We've got nothing for you.
Because there's nothing else there.
It's the blank, we're empty. Well, perhaps a little clip about this venue, perhaps, but yeah, we might do that.
Yeah.
You could go really meta and start releasing your older content as like retro versions.
Yes. Excellent idea.
Retro about RetroUnlim.
You've hit upon a fantastic marketing strategy there, and we might have to steal that. In fact, we're going to employ you as the first employee of RetroUnlim.com, the marketing manager.
Yes. Recycling all products the Nintendo way.
And on that bombshell, it's the end of RetroUnlim Live here at Play Expo 2016. I've been Dominic Diamond, and these guys have been these guys.
You've gone into Arnold Schwarzenegger again.
These guys have been Arnold Schwarzenegger. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for attending, and we'll see you soon. Bye. Can we stop? Can we stop?
You have to do that thing where we freeze, like.